Right, good afternoon, everybody. We're going to be looking at some kind of key habits that I think that really affected me and made me into a more productive entrepreneur that hopefully you can take and swipe and deploy into your kind of daily kind of activities, if you like. One of the things that I want you to do, if you can do, just before we begin, is go and hit the like button and the subscribe button. Either one of those will do, preferably both if you can do them. That will help this video get out to other entrepreneurs and so on. So I know every content creator asks you to do it, but there is a reason for that, because it will feed into the YouTube algorithms and the social media stuff and allow these videos to get out to a wider network. So with that said, I'm going to take you from stuck to unstoppable. Let's get into the video. Amortization. Bit of a difficult one to say that. So in terms of kind of key strategies or routines, if you like, there's some things that I think that every entrepreneur should do. So the first thing, which I think, I'm going to start with the major thing actually that I think, and is learning to say no to stuff. We are terrible at saying yes to everything. Like, you want to take on the world, yes to everything. You can help out here, you can do that and all the rest of it. But you have to remember that you are only one person and you can only do so much. So having, ideally, if you can get like a PA or somebody to be your gatekeeper so that you're not having stuff thrown at you at all the time from left, right and center, so that that can be better monitored and just filtered to you. So you only really get the most key important things sort of put over your desk, if you like. But if you don't have that, it's key that you turn those things away and delegate. Entrepreneurs are inherently terrible at delegating, so learn the art of delegation. I have a really fantastic book which is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. We'll put a link in the description and maybe a little screenshot of it up here. That's a really good book for anybody to go and read on how to be more effective with your time, basically. And then there's also ones about getting monkeys off your back. So that's a good one as well, which I think I've referenced in other videos. So we'll try and put that in there, taking other people's problems on, essentially. So managing your own time. I think that's one of the biggest things that is totally underrated by entrepreneurs and business owners, that they just kind of get so kind of caught up in everything that they just end up not utilizing their time in an effective manner. So be effective with your time. So some other habits are to do with your personalness. So you are no use to anybody if you can't function yourself. So make sure you look after yourself. You eat properly and healthily at regular intervals. You see your family, you have time for socializing and enjoying yourself, whatever you do for those kind of hobbies and things like that. And you make sure that you exercise. Someone said to me that if you can't make time for exercise now, you'll have to make time for illness when you're older. So try and make some time for those kind of 3 things: family, exercise, and eating healthily. Those things will help you be more productive, believe it or not. I know it feels like you're taking time away from maybe your business activities, but they'll give you time to refresh your brain. So some of the things that I do personally are to make sure that I've kind of carved out some time in the day just for myself, whether that's going for a coffee and I turn my phone off, or don't answer any emails, or maybe even if I am going to answer emails, I go and answer them in an environment that is quite casual and I quite like a coffee shop or maybe a bar or something like that, rather than the environment of the office where you can hear all the hustle and bustle and the telephones going. So whatever it is, whether you're kind of doing emails in a light form or whether you're more kind of just completely switching off from them, make sure you take some time, carve a little bit of time out of your day just to do that. So my next thing that I do on a regular basis is I try to make some time for some leisure activities. I think actually, despite the fact that it's like kind of taking time away and relaxing your mind, it's also time for you to get some clarity as well. So I would go out on my bicycle for a fairly long ride, or I might go to the gym, or I might go and play golf, or even just go down the pub and socialise. Generally speaking, some bit of work is whirling around in the back of my mind and I can't get rid of it or whatever. But that kind of declutter, if you like, allows me to focus. I feel a bit like it's like when you empty the dishwasher and then there's so much stuff in it you can't see what's going on. But the second that you get all of the dishes out of the dishwasher, you realise the salt tray is empty. And that is actually the reason why the dishes aren't getting cleaned properly. So by decluttering the dishwasher, you're realising that there's actually a really simple way of actually getting the dishes clean. I know that's like a crazy example, but hopefully some people will resonate with that. So in terms of taking these things and actually tangibly implement them into your kind of daily routine, because I know there's all well and good me telling you what to do, you have to go away and implement it. Make sure you use things like diaries. You can get yourself a smartwatch and it will remind you of things. Set like notes on your diary, set little reminders, bits and bobs, whatever it is you do in your day that reminds you to take these little gaps and the rest of it. And don't be like disheartened because you need a bit of a rest. It's always good to recharge. So my number one key tip really is just to make sure that you actually tangibly put them. Don't just be that person that says, oh, I'm going to take a break today and then never does it. I've been known to get changed into my gym gear to go to the gym that is opposite our office and then never even leave the office to go to the gym and spend the whole rest of the day answering phones and dealing with staff. I wish at that moment, obviously this is a while ago, I would have just gone, no, I'm going over the gym. You're not going to die in the space of an hour and I'll be back. No client's going to walk off or anything in 1 hour. So let me just go and have my peace and quiet and a bit of thinking time. And whatever that problem is that's cropped up, I probably might have a solution by the time I get out the gym. So resources wise, things that you can use. Obviously, everyone's got a smartphone. You can use the diary app in there. There are absolute tons and tons of diary management bits and bobs that you can use. Something that we use here quite a lot is Trello, which is basically, I mean, I don't want to dumb the owners of Trello down, but it's like a super digital, sophisticated version of a load of sticky notes on a screen. So if you love your little post-it notes, your little yellow pad things and you're scribbling all over, if you're that guy or girl that's got like tons of them all over the wall, well, take them all down, put them onto a Trello board, and then actually what you can do with a Trello board is you can put actionable, timeable tasks on there. So they're not just a sticky note on the wall saying, call thingy back by 5. Your computer that you're sat at staring at will remind you to call that person by 5 o'clock. And you can set those sort of things. Other things, time-wise as well. So you can get people, we would call them time vampires, or clients that chew up a lot of time, or maybe tasks that you need to charge for. So you can use things like Clockify, which we use here quite a lot to monitor how much time we're spending with clients to make sure that they are productive and we're getting good value for money out of them. We're not spending too much time on them. And also if we are charging for our time, that we're charging in a fair way. So one habit that I want you to try for just a week is to get up early or stay up a little bit later. Depending on whether you're a night owl or an early bird, you choose which one you want to do. But stay up 1 hour later or get up 1 hour earlier and spend that time just writing down what you're going to do that day. That's it. And then tick it off as you go along through the day and see what you've got left. Anything you've got left, transfer it to the next day. That's all I want you to do. Pretty simple task. And I know you know how to do that, but the amount of us that don't do that is crazy. So wake up that 1 hour before or stay up a little bit later, whatever floats your boat, and just write down what you want to do the next day or that day, depending on whether you're nighttime or morning, and see if you can do it. Then what I want you to do is comment in the description how difficult that was, or whether it changed you, what your kind of feedback was. So then go down below, let me know, and then I can feed that into the next video, which we'll do later in the year, where we can say that this was a tangible result. So I can't, if you don't go and put your comments in there, I can't measure it. So it's like a KPI for me. So you're putting me on trial. I want you to do that. So then I can then report back to you how successful that is, or maybe some of the comments in the comment section. So I hope that's been really, really super useful for everybody. Please don't forget to comment down below and try and help me out with those KPIs. And also you can watch these videos and all of the backlog that we've done. We're approaching nearly 100 videos now, so pretty impressive stuff. We'd like to get the subscriber count up. Don't forget you can listen to us through a podcast from Apple Music and stuff like that, and Spotify and various things. Or actually you can listen through your headphones through this very YouTube video. You don't have to have the YouTube video playing either nowadays. So lots and lots of different ways of reaching out to us. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I will see you in the next video.